Saving the planet might seem like an impossible mission, but what if I told you that small changes in your daily life have the power to make a massive impact? While governments debate policies and major corporations struggle to adapt, true transformation can start right at home with practical and accessible actions. After all, you don't need to be a super brave environmentalist to make a difference. You just need to understand that sustainability lies in the choices we make every day, from the market to waste disposal. Why is it that, even knowing about environmental issues, many people still hesitate to act? The answer might lie in the mistaken belief that it doesn't make a difference. But the truth is that every small action matters a lot. Think about a single gesture, like planting a tree or choosing local foods, multiplied by millions of people around the world. The result is a global movement capable of slowing environmental degradation and preserving resources for future generations. And if you still think living sustainably is complicated or expensive, get ready to change your mind. In this text, you'll discover 5 simple actions that not only reduce your environmental impact, but can also improve your quality of life. Want to know how small habits can transform the world while benefiting you? Keep watching this video and be amazed at the power of conscious choices. First action: embrace organic practices. Adopting organic practices is like rediscovering the natural rhythm of life. When synthetic fertilizers and pesticides are taken out of the equation, the soil breathes, rivers are purified, and biodiversity flourishes. Think about this. Every year, thousands of tons of chemicals invade fields and, consequently, our tables. It's a cycle we can break. 1 acre of organically managed land can sequester up to 1,360 kilograms of CO2 annually. Imagine the global impact if more farmers embraced this change. For those who think organic farming is only for big players, a simple home garden can be a laboratory for sustainability. That forgotten corner in your backyard? It can become a space to grow lettuce, carrots, and even herbs like basil and cilantro. And the best part? No need to spend on artificial fertilizers. Instead, kitchen scraps and leaves can become a rich, natural compost, a true gift for the soil. Looking at larger initiatives, supporting local organic farmers is like investing in the future of sustainable food. By buying directly from small producers, you not only secure healthier foods, but also encourage farming practices that respect the land. There are specialized markets, and often a farmer is closer than you think. A simple gesture like this strengthens entire communities. And speaking of community, organic practices have a silent power to regenerate ecosystems. Every piece of carefully managed land becomes a haven for pollinators like bees and butterflies, which play a crucial role in food production. It's a domino effect of benefits that starts with the decision to say no to poisons and yes to life. Did you know that a biodiversity-rich field is more resilient to climate change? Even major brands are joining this movement, but the real impact starts with small actions. A simple change in your routine, like avoiding processed foods, opens doors to consuming organic products. Additionally, you can research initiatives that offer workshops or online courses to learn how to grow your own food. Simple, yet transformative. And just when you think you've learned everything about organic practices, you realize they're just one piece of the bigger puzzle called sustainability. The next step involves reducing waste and turning leftovers into opportunities. After all, every action has the power to make a difference when we look at the bigger picture. Action number 2. Reduce food waste at the source. Food waste is one of the greatest paradoxes of our time. While millions go hungry, tons of food are thrown away daily. This issue goes beyond ethics. It directly impacts the planet. Did you know that approximately 8 to 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions are linked to food that never reaches the plate? Every slice of bread we throw away carries with it the water, soil, and energy used in its production. It's more than food, it's a waste of resources. Innovative farms are changing this narrative. Composting, for instance, turns food scraps into a valuable resource, rich, nutrient-dense soil. Imagine banana peels and vegetable leftovers becoming the perfect fertilizer for a new cycle of cultivation. Some initiatives, such as urban farms, not only use composting but also create jobs and educate communities. These ideas, if replicated, have the power to transform entire cities. At home, the power to make a difference is in your hands. Before heading out to shop, why not check what's already in your fridge? Planning meals can help avoid the classic scenario of forgotten, spoiled fruits and vegetables. Additionally, you can turn food scraps into your best allies. Leftover rice can become rice cakes, and stale bread can be transformed into croutons or breadcrumbs. It's creativity with a taste of sustainability. Another effective approach is supporting food recovery initiatives. Food banks and redistribution programs are practical examples of how to prevent edible food from being discarded. Participating in these programs, or even suggesting that local supermarkets donate surplus food, can make a massive difference. When actions are collective, the impact is exponential. Speaking of waste, home composting is a simple yet powerful practice. You don't need a farm to get started. Even a small space on a balcony will do. Purchase or make your own compost bin and watch your organic waste turn into fertile soil. There are online tutorials that explain the process step by step, and the result is the perfect fertilizer for plants and home gardens. With these practices, waste shifts from being a villain to becoming an opportunity. But what happens when we connect all this with more integrated and sustainable agriculture? The answer lies in how agroforestry and tree planting can transform the agricultural landscape and your perception of environmental impact. Action number 3, support agroforestry and tree planting. Integrating trees into agricultural systems is more than an innovative idea. It's a revival of nature's best work. Trees not only beautify the landscape, but also provide countless benefits to the soil and climate. When combined with crops, they help capture carbon, prevent erosion, and enrich the soil with nutrients. Agroforests for cacao and coffee, for example, have demonstrated how it's possible to produce food while protecting the environment. It's a system where everyone wins. Imagine a farm where fruit trees grow side by side with vegetables and legumes. In this scenario, the deep roots of trees prevent soil compaction and create an ecosystem more resilient to drought. These areas also become a refuge for birds, insects, and even small mammals, promoting biodiversity. An inspiring example is the projects in the Amazon that combine rubber trees with local fruits, strengthening the local economy while regenerating degraded areas. You can be part of this movement even without owning a farm. Have you ever thought about planting a native tree in your community? Trees like dogwood, red maple, or serviceberry are just a few options suitable for urban spaces. Besides beautifying the environment, these trees help reduce temperatures and purify the air. It's a small gesture with a lasting legacy. Choosing products from agroforestry systems is another practical way to support this cause. By purchasing cacao, coffee, or even nuts from these areas, you encourage agricultural practices that respect nature. Brands that value agroforestry often highlight this on their labels, so keep an eye out during your next trip to the grocery store. Consuming consciously is a revolutionary act. If planting trees seems like a daunting task, start with simple steps. How about joining reforestation campaigns or collaborating with NGOs dedicated to this work? Many organizations promote community planting events, providing seedlings and guidance on plant care. It's an opportunity to learn, contribute, and connect with others. And if you think the impact of trees in agricultural systems is impressive, wait until you discover how regenerative practices are redefining humanity's relationship with the land. The transition to regenerative agriculture promises not only to restore soils, but also to transform lives. Action number 4. Transition to regenerative agriculture. Regenerative agriculture is like giving the land a second chance. Instead of simply extracting resources from the soil, this practice focuses on restoring it, bringing life back to places that once seemed depleted. But how does it work? It all starts with care. Crop rotation, no-till farming, and cover crops are strategies that prevent erosion, return nutrients to the soil, and help capture carbon. It's an approach that combines ancient wisdom with modern innovation. Success stories showcase the transformative potential of this practice. In India, regenerative farmers have doubled their yields on land previously deemed unproductive. Through simple techniques, such as using green manure and sustainable water management, they have not only ensured food security, but also revitalized entire ecosystems. These examples prove that regenerating the land can also regenerate communities. Even if you're not a farmer, you can contribute. Have you heard about supporting local agricultural cooperatives? They are strong allies of regenerative agriculture. Many offer products that come directly from farms adhering to these principles. By choosing such foods, you invest in practices that benefit the planet. Additionally, attending fairs and events that discuss agricultural sustainability can expand your knowledge and network. In practice, regeneration is simple yet powerful. Imagine planting legumes at home to enrich the soil in your backyard. These plants can fix nitrogen, naturally improving soil quality. Another idea is to learn about homemade biofertilizers, which can be made from organic waste. With a bit of study and dedication, you can transform even a small space into a productive oasis. The future of regenerative agriculture depends on the collaboration between farmers, consumers, and public policies. Incentives for sustainable practices and the dissemination of knowledge are crucial to expanding this movement. Farmer networks, such as Regeneration International, are available for those who want to learn more or actively collaborate. Shared knowledge is the first step to rebuilding the world. But if you think regenerating the soil is impactful, wait until you explore how eating locally and seasonally can align your choices with Earth's natural rhythms. The next step toward sustainability is closer than you think. Action number 5. Promote local and seasonal consumption. Consuming local and seasonal products isn't just a dietary choice. It's an active connection with the earth. When we choose foods grown close to home and at the right time, we reduce the environmental impact caused by long-distance transportation and the excessive energy use of greenhouses. Every time we buy out-of-season fruits, we support practices that demand intensive resources and emit more carbon. On the other hand, choosing local foods is like casting a vote for sustainability. Imagine a farmer's market in your city, bursting with fresh colors and aromas. Shopping there not only saves energy literally, but also supports families who farm with dedication. Fruits like peaches and oranges, for example, are at their peak during specific times of the year. Besides being more flavorful, their large-scale production is more efficient and less harmful to the environment. It's the perfect choice for those seeking freshness and responsibility. Eating locally also means rethinking habits. Instead of wanting a menu filled with imported items, why not try recipes with seasonal ingredients? A simple example. During pumpkin season, you can prepare soups, purees, and even delicious desserts. It's a creative exercise that brings health to your plate and relief to the planet. And of course, saving money is always a bonus. The connection to food goes beyond taste. It revives traditions and values the work of those close to you. Many small producers farm organically or regeneratively, but don't have famous labels. Getting to know who grows your food is a way to build trust and support ethical practices. How about visiting local markets and asking about the stories behind the products? It's a learning experience that goes beyond the table. Even in large cities, seasonality makes a difference. Choosing tomatoes or leafy greens at the right time avoids reliance on preservatives and increases nutritional value. It's amazing how something so simple can impact your health and global sustainability. Moreover, some apps and online guides show which foods are in season, making this decision even more accessible. The true beauty of local and seasonal consumption is how it connects us with nature's rhythm. And when we align our food choices with the Earth's cycles, we realize sustainability isn't just a distant concept. It's something tangible and within everyone's reach. But how can we embrace all of this without overlooking other transformative practices? It's time to revisit all the ideas and turn them into action. Now that you know these 5 simple actions, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Change begins with a decision to move from inaction to action. It's not about perfection, but progress. Every sustainable choice you adopt will be a step toward a healthier planet and a more balanced life. Remember, big changes are born from small actions repeated by millions of people. The power is in your hands. Why not start today? Choose to support local producers, reduce waste, or even plant a tree in your backyard. It may seem small, but you'll be surprised by the cumulative impact of your actions over time. Moreover, these attitudes not only benefit the environment, but also foster a deeper connection with nature and yourself. It's a transformative journey that's worth embarking on. And before you go, a special invitation. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss more content like this. With every video, you'll learn new ways to care for the planet and live more consciously. So, what are you waiting for? Leave a comment below sharing which of these actions you already practice or want to start implementing. Together, we can make a difference. Up next, I'll leave a video as a reminder that not all organic agriculture is sustainable. See you soon. Let's move toward a bountiful Earth.